My brothers and sisters, I want to talk with you about the prophet Elijah, one of the great prophets of the Old Testament. And I urge you, if you have time, to go through and read all the narratives about the prophet Elijah. You'll learn a lot from these narratives. And so we're going to go to 1 Kings chapter 17, and we're going to just start with the very beginning of the story of Elijah. And we're going to see this incredible authority that God gave Elijah to close the skies. So let's go to 1 Kings chapter 17 right now, okay? And I want to kind of tell you what the context is, that the kings of Israel have abandoned the covenant. They're following false gods. And so because of their apostasy and because they're following false gods, they're sacrificing their own children to these false gods, the Lord sends to them a prophet who will call them to return to the Lord, and that's going to be Elijah. And so if we go to, this is talk number, by the way, this is number 39 out of 117. So let's go to 1 Kings chapter 17, verses 1 through 2. And it says that now Elijah the Tishbite of Tishbe in Gilead said to Ahab, Ahab was the king of the northern kingdom called Israel, "As the Lord, the God of Israel lives, before whom I stand, there shall be neither dew nor rain these years, except by my word." And the word of the Lord came to him, "Depart from here and turn eastward and hide yourself by the brook of Cherith, that is east of the Jordan, and you shall drink from the brook. And I have commanded the ravens to feed you there." And so the point that I want to get at here is that the Israelites are abandoning the covenant. They're abandoning God. They're worshiping false gods. They're sacrificing their children to these false gods. And they're going to go through a period of great tribulation. And so immediately, God gives Elijah the power to close the skies. There's not going to be any rain upon the land for over 3 years. And essentially, they're going to be in a great tribulation. They're not going to have any rain. They're not going to have any crops. And you would think that in such terrible circumstances, they would want to return to God. Instead, they did just the opposite. They turned to their false gods. And so through the tribulation, they didn't recognize that God was calling them to repent. I'm going to tell you a little bit more. What happened to Elijah? He actually had to go all the way out of Israel. He had to go north into foreign territory to find people who would accept him as a prophet. The people of Israel wouldn't accept him as a prophet. He had to go to foreigners to be accepted as a prophet. So you see Elijah coming during very difficult times, and God doing many miracles through this prophet to call his people back to covenant fidelity.